G'day guys, this is Holy Critic signing in with quick reviews. Today's episode has been brought to you by Donna K. I'm proud to announce that this week she became my very first member on Patreon. If you're also interested in joining or donating, please follow the links in the description of this video because every bit of your support really helps. So, the movie I'm reviewing today is sure to open a can of worms. If you're an American, this is a topic which you'll know all too well at this point. It focuses on the Second Amendment, or as the title states, the right of the people to keep and bear arms. I'll just state it now for the record that if you already have a strong opinion either way, this movie probably isn't going to be changing your mind. I'll explain why later, but here's the basic premise. The plot revolves around a district attorney named Christopher Wells. He's an anti-gun liberal who openly professes his confidence in the rule of law. That is until tragedy strikes. One night, his wife and daughter are tragically gunned down by armed felons in a botched robbery. The event devastates Christopher and shakes his long-held beliefs to the core. Enraged by the injustice of such a horrendous crime, he begins advocating for gun reform. But rather than restrict access to firearms, he instead seeks to pass open carry laws which would allow armed, law-abiding citizens to patrol the streets. Shocked by his sudden conservative shift, Christopher's friends and colleagues urge him not to champion the cause. They argue that his emotional state of mind has clouded his judgments and that more guns will lead to more violence. This country was born out of revolution, but is instead dying out of indifference, states a defiant Christopher as crowds roar in support of him. But what does this all come down to? Should citizens trust in the government to uphold the Constitution or themselves? It's the age-old quandary that this movie unfortunately decides for you. Christopher's laws eventually pass, and the city descends into complete bedlam. Gunfights ensue as every dog and his aunt starts slinging their six-shooters around like it's the Wild West. And this is where the moral of the story gets lost in the political agenda it's trying to force. Such a gross oversimplification of a nuanced issue is disingenuous to say the least. The problem isn't the gun. Never was. The gun is merely the method with which violence is enacted. No, the problem lies in the hearts and minds of men. Why do we act out of hate? Why can't we live in harmony with one another? I believe that we are all flawed by design. In my own understanding, I can't possibly discern right from wrong in every situation. But I do know one thing. God specifically instructs us to operate through faith, hope, and most of all, love. To take the law into your own hands is to lean on your own understanding, and thus through works and not faith. Unfortunately for the right of the people, it never attempted to delve any deeper than the surface level understanding of gun control. It picked a side of the debate while simultaneously misrepresenting the other. For that, it's earned a final rating of 2 halos out of 5. The only saving grace was Michael Ontkean's powerfully evocative performance as Christopher. His acting elevated the movie for me. Now, just finally, guys, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you support the Second Amendment? Is it under threat right now? I'm sure it'll make for an interesting discussion. Enjoy the movie tomorrow, and this is Holy Critic signing out.